Alright, so in this video, this is video 1. The other video is kind of an introduction. We're going to start with Vegas and game scripting. So daily fantasy is at least 10 times more fun than season-long leagues. Whether you're trying to grind out a profit in cash games or just have fun while having the chance of hitting it big in a GPP or a tournament, it makes Sundays the best day of the week. And in NBA season, it's every day. So one thing you'll notice is that you'll see the same usernames at the top of the leaderboards week after week, and the reason is that the best daily fantasy players have a research routine that works. It doesn't work every single time, nobody can do that, but consistently over time they are winning players, and so that's why you see the same usernames, especially in the tournaments where you've got these 90,000 people. And you'll see the same names week after week in the top 50. That's pretty amazing when you think of the large-scale odds like that. And they consistently know how to get up there. So your first step in the research process, people that are inexperienced and don't, they just open an account and they don't really know where to begin, they don't do this. And this immediately just gives you much better chances of doing well when you game script using Vegas odds. So I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. So the people in Vegas, there is nobody on the planet that is better at consistently predicting the outcome of games than the actuaries in Vegas. And that's obviously how the odds get generated. These people crunching the numbers, figuring out just over the long term what's going to happen. So here's a look at a game script that you can set up in Excel. You'll see here the away team, the home team, the away spread, the home spread, and the total score. So the first thing that you look at, this is from a week earlier this year. The first thing that you look at is the total score. So when you look at Vegas odds, you'll see a spread, and the negative number indicates the favorite. So the home spread, we've got Denver is a 6.5 point favorite to win over San Francisco. And so the total score, that's one of the first things you'll look at. That tells you the total score of the game. And the higher the points, the more fantasy points are going to be scored. And so this is just a listing of what Vegas thinks is going to be the highest scoring games. So then from there, you start to think, okay, who are the main players on these teams' offense? And the next step is to this is what a game script is. You're trying to think about, okay, if Denver is a touchdown favorite over San Francisco is going to be playing catch-up football, which means they're going to be passing a lot. So you would look at receivers from the San Francisco team. On the other hand, if you feel like a game is going to be close, the favorite team, you know that Demaryius Thomas is money week after week. And if it's really just a touchdown lead, if this is going to be a close game, then Manning's going to be passing a lot. And even though they will be ahead in the game and most likely win, they will still be passing clear and deep into the fourth quarter. So receivers on teams where they're projected to win, like New England is projected to win by 10 points, that could turn into a blowout. So receivers on New England's team or Gronkowski might not be the best choice because they might be just running the ball in the whole fourth quarter, maybe even in the third quarter, just trying to maintain that lead and grind down the clock. So those are the things you want to think about. But in general, you want to roster running backs on teams that will be protecting a lead late in the game. So at Denver or New England, since Denver will be ahead, then a pretty consistent bet would be to bet on like Ronnie Hillman, Denver's running back. or whoever New England's running back was a few weeks ago. I don't think it was Vereen. I'm not even sure because I don't play players from New England that often. So those are the kind of things you want to think about when you're game scripting. So what you're doing is you are aiding your own decision making with help from the best in the business, instead of just putting your money on the line arbitrarily and letting your own, bias come in, thinking that, your favorite receiver from 2 years ago, and now you're starting to play this daily fantasy, so you want to put him in your lineup, and you haven't even looked at his numbers or the game script or the matchup or anything like that. So you want to remove bias and just look at data, and the best place to start is with the Vegas odds, and then to kind of just game script and just think about how, okay, if these are the numbers for this game, how will this most likely play out? And that's the best first step you can take to creating a winning lineup.